voyez que le sujet proposé est facile.
The topic is easy, as you can note.
Central,
it is essential, completely blocked, and we are all desperate. So, first let's try a little fiction politics, peace scenario that I would like to present to you. First, the Israeli Prime Minister would say to the President of the United States, I would like to do something, but given my absurd electoral system, there is nothing I can do. However, public opinion is behind me. The Palestinian chair says there is nothing more I can give. We've already given everything. The President of the United States says we cannot continue in this situation. It is a very heavy handicap for the Western countries, and we really need to do something. So I will move. The solution is known to all. It necessitates commitment. So the American President says to the Israeli Prime Minister, shall we go ahead? And if he hesitates, the President can say privately, I can use pressure. I would not say it publicly, but I'm prepared to go as far as necessary. So will you come along? I don't know what you can do. Maybe you should hold more elections, like the elections that led to Oslo afterwards. But anyway, together they find a solution and commit. Then the American President goes to Israel, and together with the Prime Minister, he says, we will have peace. We will not let terrorists stop us on our way. I will continue to work on the peace process as if there were no terrorism, and I will continue to fight terrorism as if there were no peace process. And this is valid for everyone, including outside powers, external powers that might be interested in seeing us fail. So he will talk directly to the public opinion, to the Israeli public opinion. At this stage, he's not talking to the Palestinians yet. He then turns to the Jewish lobbies in the United States, in Europe. In the last 20 years, they have always blocked the situation. But there are now more and more liberal peace lobbies amongst them. And they tell them, you will not be able to stop. We are going to work together with the Prime Minister of Israel, and we will get results before you can do anything to stop us. And then he will talk to the Iranians and tell them the same. We will act, and you will be able to do nothing to stop us. So the negotiations will start, not in Camp David, no, in a neutral location. Of course, the Americans are in the driver's seat. And then, of course, there is a Hamas division between the fundamentalists and those who are interested in participating in the process. It's not impossible. The European delegation is present. There are countries such as the Netherlands, Germany, who can be heard in Israel. There are the others, Spain, France, Italy. There is Turkey, the Arab League countries, all those who are around. They are not in the negotiation directly, but they are not far. And now the negotiations, as we know, the solutions will be found at the very last moment on the issue of refugees, of Jerusalem. Obviously, there is still a lot of defiance, of lack of trust, so no one is going to play its cards immediately. So there is going to be sort of Marshall Plan that will have no use without a political solution as well. But this Marshall Plan has to cover Palestine, including the Gaza Strip, but the region as a whole as well. And maybe that can be explained to the public opinion beforehand, telling them this is what we will do once we have the political solution. We found money in Europe, in the United States, in the Jewish communities worldwide. A lot of them would then accept to participate in financing this consolidation of both states. All the rich countries, the Emirates, and so on would all participate. In the meantime, the United States have told the Israelis, we will ensure your security, your safety for as long as you require. Do not fear, as John Paul II, the Pope, said to Eastern Europe, do not have fear. We will have a totally different approach, and the mechanism continues. Then you have a bilateral relationship mechanism between Palestine and Israel. They meet every 2 weeks or so to discuss common problems. You have regional summits. The Syrians can also get involved, but later at a different stage, and things have to be done in the right order. A special plan is set up for Gaza. The Hamas has still since decomposed because in front of the peace movement, it was unable to resist, to stand up. You have an international monitoring system in place in Gaza in order to fight the divisions that have been created. And the objective in 3, 4, 5 years, you would have a youth in Gaza who's desperate because so many of his members of his family have been killed by drones. At that point, will decide that his future is in opening a pizza parlor, a pizza place, rather than to go and be a martyr. So you would have a totally different set of mindset in the Middle East, and this would give us in the region emerging dragon, something totally paradoxical. So I am finished. I've been shorter than anyone else. Now compare this with reality.